Welcome back to our Alaska 2.0 RV adventure. Today we're traveling one of the most scenic routes in the state, driving from Soldotna on the Kenai Peninsula to the beautiful coastal town of Valdez. This journey covers roughly 360 miles and takes us through some of Alaska's most spectacular mountain scenery, glacier-carved valleys, and historic transportation corridors. As we leave Soldotna behind, we're trading salmon-filled rivers and the forest of the Kenai Peninsula for towering peaks, waterfalls, glaciers, and the stunning waters of Prince William Sound.
Cruising down the highway, windows all rolled down, Florida sunshine, we're leaving this town with our cool Nata coach. It's a brand new start on the road to Alaska. Let's follow our heart from the orange groves to the mountains high. 49 states as the eagles fly by. We'll take the scenic route through valleys and streams, living out our wildest, most electric dream. On the road to Alaska, we're chasing the night.
Soldotna sits along the famous Kenai River and is known worldwide for its incredible salmon fishing. We've enjoyed our stay in Soldotna, Kenai, and Captain Cook, but it's time to move on as we have reached the southern terminus of this Alaska visit and now turn north onto the Sterling Highway. As we head north on the Sterling Highway, we pass through classic Alaska landscapes, spruce forests, wetlands, and occasional views of the Kenai Mountains. At the Turn Lake intersection, we leave the Sterling Highway and turn onto the Seward Highway and drive on to Anchorage, where we turn right to continue on to the Glen Highway. We'll drive 43 miles and pass through the town of Palmer, where we'll continue on the Richardson Highway. Palmer has large stores and supermarkets, so if you need any supplies, this is the place to stop and get affordable fresh vegetables, fruits, groceries, and fuel. Except for a couple of miles of road construction here and there, the road is excellent from this point on, all the way to Valdez. Driving northeast from Anchorage along the Glen Highway, the landscape gradually transforms from forest and river valleys into a dramatic world of mountains and ice. Then, around a bend near the small community of Glacierview, the Mantanuska Glacier appears, a vast blue and white ribbon flowing down from the Chugach Mountains like a frozen river caught in mid-motion. Unlike many of Alaska's glaciers that require boats, aircraft, or strenuous backcountry travel to reach, Mantanuska is remarkable because you can drive almost directly to it. It is widely regarded as the largest glacier in the United States that is accessible by road. The Mantanuska Glacier is approximately 27 miles long and up to 4 miles wide. It is a valley glacier, meaning it flows through a mountain valley much like a river. The glacier feeds the Mantanuska River and continues to move, advancing roughly a foot per day in some sections despite its overall long-term retreat. Standing near its edge, visitors can often notice towering walls of compressed blue ice, deep crevasses and moulins, meltwater streams running beneath and through the glacier, constant cracking and groaning sounds as the ice slowly shifts. The glacier originates in the high snowfields of the Chugach Mountains and descends towards the Mantanuska Valley. Although climate warming has caused retreat in many Alaskan glaciers, The position of Mantanuska's terminus has changed relatively less over the recent decades compared with some neighboring glaciers. The glacier takes its name from the Mantanuska Valley and has been a prominent landmark for indigenous peoples of south central Alaska for centuries. Long before modern highways existed, Native Alaskans traveled through the region's valleys and mountain passes. European American exploration increased during the late 19th and 20th centuries as prospectors, surveyors, and traders moved through interior Alaska. The construction of the Glen Highway during World War II transformed the glacier from a remote natural feature into one of Alaska's most accessible attractions. We continue our drive toward the Tolsona Glen Allen terminus of the Glen Highway, where we will turn south on the Richardson Highway at a well-known major intersection known as the Hub of Alaska. It's been a long and interesting drive today, and the midnight sun has provided us with more than enough daylight driving time today. It's time to stop for the night. On our initial Alaska visit in 2022, we spent a few days at a wonderful campground, the Ranch House Lodge and Campground, operated by an incredibly nice and inviting couple, Andy and Karen Burnham. They have worked feverishly over the past several years, updating and expanding this historic Alaskan roadhouse and campground, located along the Glen Highway at mile 173 in Tolsona, about 8 miles west of Glen Allen, known as the Hub. It serves as a convenient stop for travelers heading between Anchorage and Valdez, or exploring Wrangell St. Elias National Park and Preserve. The property traces its roots to one of the classic Alaska highway roadhouses, with buildings dating from the 1940s and 1950s. Its historic cabins have been restored while retaining their original character, giving visitors a taste of old Roadhouse Alaska rather than a modern hotel experience. The lodge offers several lodging options. RV sites with full hookups, water, sewer, 20, 30, and 50 amp electric. Creekside tent sites, as well as historic cabin accommodations. Visitors can expect Wi-Fi, showers and laundry facilities, fishing access on Tolsona Creek, the historic Roadhouse Tavern, and easy highway access for large RVs and trailers. The lodge is well positioned for exploring the region, which includes the Wrangell St. Elias National Park and Preserve, the Copper River Valley, the Copper River Salmon fishing areas, of course the scenic drive towards Valdez, which we'll do tomorrow, and the Mantanuska Glacier, which we just passed through. We enjoyed a nice dinner and called it a night. It was great stopping off at the ranch house for the night as our final days in Alaska draw near. After raining most of the night, we awaken to the peaceful sound of the running water of the Tolsona Creek just outside of our camp spot. The view here is likely similar to what the pioneers of the past century enjoyed. Peace and serenity and open space, instead of the parking lot-like congestion and tight quarters found in most Alaskan RV parks. We bid a fond farewell to the ranch house and continue our journey east on the Glen Highway.
Tolsona.
The view of the St. Elias Mountains in front of us is an incredible sight, even amidst some cloudy skies. We continue our drive toward the Tolsona, Glen Allen terminus of the Glen Highway. Because Alaska has relatively few highways and long distances between communities, this section has become a familiar landmark for road trippers, truckers, hunters, fishermen, and tourists. Many people simply refer to it as the hub, since it is literally the hub connecting South Central Alaska, the interior, and the eastern highway routes. It's often the place where travelers decide whether they're headed toward the coast of Valdez, the interior at Fairbanks, or back toward Anchorage. We turn south on the Richardson Highway, headed 115 miles to Valdez. On the way, we drive through the Copper River Valley, one of Alaska's most dramatic landscapes, a vast region where glaciers, active volcanoes, braided rivers, and broad tundra meet. It is often called Copper River Country and serves as the gateway to some of the state's most remote wilderness. The region is sparsely populated, with small communities connected by the Glen and Richardson highways. Some of the best-known areas are Glen Allen, Copper Center, Gakona, Chatina, and McCarthy. The valley is internationally famous for Copper River salmon. Because the salmon must swim hundreds of miles through fast, cold, glacial water, they develop exceptionally high fat content, making them prized by chefs and seafood lovers around the world. Each spring, the arrival of Copper River king and sockeye salmon marks the beginning of Alaska's premium wild salmon season. The valley gets its name from rich native copper deposits. In the early 1900s, one of the world's richest copper mines operated at Kennecott Mines National Historic Landmark. A railroad connected the mines to the coastal town of Cordova, but mining ended in 1938. Today, the restored mill buildings and ghost town are among Alaska's most iconic historic destinations. Driving through the Copper River Valley is a classic Alaska road trip. On a clear day, you can see snow-covered volcanoes rising above spruce forests, cross turquoise glacial rivers, while watch trumpeter swans on quiet lakes and spot moose grazing beside the highway. Despite its immense size, the region remains remarkably undeveloped, with only a handful of communities separated by long stretches of wilderness. For many visitors, that's its greatest attraction, a landscape that still feels much as it has for thousands of years. In our next episode, we continue our drive to the end of Alaska Route 4, the Richardson Highway, driving through the incredibly rural and rustic Thompson Pass, the eye-popping Worthington Glacier, and the magnificent Bridal Veil and Horsetail waterfalls of Keystone Canyon before reaching our destination, Valdez. I hope you will join us as we visit this historic ice-free port, as we enjoy a cruise to the Columbia Glacier, where we will see incredible wildlife, icebergs, doll porpoises, and killer whales, and later a visit to watch a stellar sea lion feeding frenzy at the Solomon Fish Hatchery on Jane and Steve's Golden Anniversary Adventure, Alaska 2.0.
Can hardly believe it's our golden anniversary adventure around the bend. Alaska 2.0, call and let the fun begin. Cruising past Turn Lake, where the swans glide and sway. Every moment sparkles bright, just like this special day. Oh, the beauty all around, this peace we found. With every mile we drive, joy is what we've crowned. Road tripping down the Sterling Highway wide, together hand in hand we take a joyful ride. Golden adventure up the Kenai Peninsula. With each turn and twist, our hearts grow ever bigger. We're living in a dream, painting skies with laughter. Come join us in this joy. Could we dance forever after? Soldotna's calling down by the river's flow, where king salmon swim, big dreams and rivers glow. 89 pounds of glory tales we can't ignore, waving to the sunset. Oh, who could ask for more? Oh, the stories we will tell as we watch the world unfold. Captain Cook's embrace, where the magic never gets old. Every down volcano stands proud and two peaks in our sight. This is our golden moment, everything feels so right. Golden adventure up the Kenai Peninsula. With each turn and twist, our hearts grow ever bigger. We're living in a dream, painting skies with laughter. Come join us in this joy. Could we dance